Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing as Late Age Man. All right. You may have noticed, if you were paying close attention, that now it says we're in summer of year 2. We missed a bunch of turns. Yeah. So, like I said, I recorded this a long time after I had played the game. And I don't think I was able to salvage all of the turns. And there are a few turns that I think I have lost. I might load up the next games and realize that they were the turns that came before, but I don't think so because they're kind of sorted by date. So I think I lost some turns. Let's take a look at the map. This is obviously a few turns after the last episode that I recorded and the last turn that I showed. In the last turn, we had just retaken this fort, and clearly what's happened now. So let's and he was raiding me here. So a few things have happened. Obviously, I've cleaned up the raiding, and that's one thing. I've upgraded this to a real fort. That's thing 2. This fort has completed, and now we're building a lab here. Meanwhile, Tianchi has a fort of his own. And we'll look at this army in a second. Marignan, if you remember, he had a big army here, and the last turn I'd sent a Seeking Arrow. He hasn't moved from here. Yeah, so that's that. And then the AI has been active, and the AI has taken all of Lemuria's stuff over here, which honestly is fine by me. Now, I've got a bit of an army set up here, and this army is made up of a ton of longbowmen. And I believe the reason I recruited so many longbowmen, well, because I'm fighting Marignan, right? And Marignan has crossbows, and so longbows beat crossbows. And all I need is like a bit of meat in front to absorb his stuff. And this is what I had lying around. And so we're going to try to take some provinces back. So that's what's happening here. Of course, I have to keep most of my army over here to deal with, Lemuria. By the way, nobody, to my knowledge, no fights have happened here. No fights have happened here. Well, obviously a fight happened. This is a scout that died, right? Like, it's only me against him and whatever. So, rough game so far. Let's, apparently... Oh. I remember what happened here. Oh, no, wait. This is a forester? Okay, no. He just kills my scout. All right. He just kills my scout. Yeah, the AI has a big stack of random crap. He beats whatever. That's fine. Yeah, so that's all that's happening at this point. So let's take stock of what we've if of anything we've built or accomplished. I know. Remember last episode, I wasn't sure why I built a death booster. And the reason is because I have death gems and I didn't know what to do with them. And so I put the staff on our death 1 random judge. And then he made some skull mentors just to get a bit of extra research. So that's what happened. Let's look at... Yeah, so actually we have a total of 4 skull mentors. So, not bad. Let's look at any other interesting randoms. Did we ever build... Okay, first of all, where's my... Is my god anywhere doing so? Oh, I guess yes. For some reason, I'm feeling very confident, and my god is out sight searching with this guy who has earth boots on, so he can sight search earth up to 3. This seems questionable. But maybe in terms of the logistics... Oh, I searched here, obviously, first, because it was protected. And then I'm moving here. I guess I have scouts, unless he drops his dragon in here, which he probably won't. He's traumatized about the fight he had here before. So I see that there's nothing here, so I guess that's why I feel safe searching there. But anyways, that's what's happening. And I guess I should just show you what we've got here. So now the army looks a lot more organized. We've got, 2 layers in front. We've got a bunch of longbows in the back, and the mage and priest support. Most of these guys are, of course, researching, but there's enough, like all the army, the priests are out patrolling, as well as the fire communion guys are out patrolling. So that's what's going on at this point. Now, unfortunately, let's see what this is. Honestly, I don't know what's going to be next. I have it listed as 28. You can see we're running out of turns here. Let's hope this is... So we were in the summer. Excuse me. We were in the summer. Let's see. Wait, now we're in the fall? All right, so obviously I screwed up, right? This is... I think this is nothing. This is just the turn... This must be the turn before. Oh, no. This is fall of year 2. Am I missing... I feel like I'm missing a ton. What is going on? I should have looked at the... Yeah, I'm missing a... I'm sorry, guys. Well, it appears that I'm missing a ton of this game. Oh, no. Well, hold on. Let's go back. Continue old games. We were at 20s. Yeah, unfortunately, I did the best I could. I tried to recover as many turns as possible, but I'm missing some of them. Some of them might show up over here, but I'll show you as much as possible. At this point in the game, so nothing... Oh, no, this is much later. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This is a bit disorganized, but bear with me. What is in 29? Late fall. Oh, I know what this is. This is not good. What is in 30? Are these all the same? Fall, that's the same one. All right. 31. Early winter. Okay, I have enough here to reconstruct what has basically happened. And this tells me that this is basically going to be the last episode in this Let's Play. Now, you're going to say, but that's not fair. Now, I did warn you at the beginning of the series that this was going to end rather abruptly, and I don't want to disappoint. Because the game does end rather abruptly. So, first, as I said... Okay, so this is the fall. We've skipped 1 or 2 turns only, okay? The reason I'm a bit disappointed is that there were a couple more fights, I think, with Lemuria. Including at some point, I actually go and attack him here. I actually do go on the offensive once, and there's some back and forth. But you've actually seen, like, nothing significantly new happens in our fights. It just forces me to keep my huge ball of stuff parked here. Okay? And the fights are honestly similar to the fights you've seen before. Let's take a moment here before we look at the map and just talk about the research, because obviously my research has progressed since... in the last little bit. We got to Conjuration 4. I'm not sure why, but I think probably for the Light of the Northern Star, because that's the only thing useful. We got Alteration 4 because we were working on Alteration, so now we can Thunderstrike with our Air 3 guys. We had Enchantment 4. We got Thaumaturgy 2. I don't know why. Honestly, I forget. I couldn't tell you. But I've decided to beeline for Construction 6. And because remember, way back on the first episode, I mentioned construction 6 for bows of war. Bows of war are like shotguns for your commanders. They shoot 13 arrows at once. They're kind of like the M.A. Ulm evocation spell. They're a lot of fun, and my guys have like a ton of precision when they're blessed. You've seen them before, like 21. So my goal was to make a bunch of construction 6 bows, put them on dudes, and go have fun. And I don't remember if I ever tested it, but my guys have solar weapons, right? So they would do extra fire damage on undead if any of those hit. Because I think that works on magic weapons too. I don't see why it wouldn't. Anyways, that happens. But we have a bigger problem. Over the last few turns, so this, I have to make sure I get these turns in order, but this is in fact the fall. Wait, I think I've got this wrong. Okay, so fall of year 2. Let me load up another game here. Continual game 29. Late fall. $30 is a repeat of that. So in case you're wondering how the hell this how the hell do I have all these files? Yeah, see, this is early winter in year 2. Oh, but the year starts in the spring. Yeah, that's why I was so confused. Okay. Gotcha. All right, sorry. I was like, but doesn't, like, because in normal years, the year starts in the winter. So year whatever, 2000, the winter comes before the fall 2000. Yes, everybody agrees on that. But not in Dominions. In Dominions, the year starts in the spring. So, yeah, sorry about that. I was a bit confused there. Okay, let's go back to this game. Yes. Okay. So, in the intervening turns, nothing much has happened. I've been busy on the Lemurian front. But what actually happens down here is, first of all, Ulm breaks through Marignan. And Tianqi takes his stack of sacreds and moves west and takes this throne. Remember thrones, guys? Yeah, they're important. So, thrones, where, no, it's map filters, not, sorry, Thrones of Ascension. Just find it this way. Okay. Yeah. So, let's look at the thrones for a minute, okay? Now, I don't know which thrones are which, because I don't have spies. Now, Lemuria has had this throne forever, the throne of might, right? So Lemuria has one, Marignan has one, and Tianqi has 2, and there are 2 unclaimed ones. All right, so let's see. Lemuria has this one. Tianqi has this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so this is why I have like 10 copies of this turn. Because if you're doing the math like me, you're like, well, one of his is 1 point, one of his is 2 points. And like, holy shit, if this is another 2-point throne, then next turn he wins. Right, guys? So this is how this unfolded, all right? Tianqi just said, hey, you know, Marignan's done. I'm going to take some provinces from him. I hope that's cool with you. And he suddenly moves across it. I was too busy worrying about Lemuria to realize that he was going for a throne rush, basically, right? And I totally could have stopped him. I mean, I could have tried to stop him. He has his sacred stack here, but I've beaten it before. I could have stopped him, right? If I had moved south here. But instead, I kind of didn't realize, it didn't occur to me that that's what he was doing. Okay, so this is very bad news. Because now I'm panicking, and he might win next turn. I don't know. If this is just a one... So there are 2 ways he doesn't win this turn. This is just a 1 throne, like a 1-point throne, then he gets 4. Or for some reason he doesn't have his prophet here. Which, who knows, he didn't have a prophet with him before. It could happen. So at this point, but I don't have the orders yet. It looks like I don't have the orders for this turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I find Let's see, 28. Sorry, this is a few more clicks here. Do we have the orders here? Yeah, okay, here we have the orders. All right, so, all right, one of the things I'm doing is doing Seeking Arrow. And then I'm doing something entirely stupid and desperate, but I have no choice, okay? Right now, okay, this is the game where I learned a lot about the turn order, how the turn processes. But if he claims this throne, this turn, and it was a 2-point throne, and he was going to win, the only way you can stop him... So he claimed it, let's say, at the end of last turn, right? Then, he gave the order to claim the throne at the end of last turn. So this turn he would claim it. But you only win by claiming thrones at the end of the turn after everything else happens. So I was trying to... So Seeking Arrow him, if I Seeking Arrow his prophet, it doesn't do anything because he already claimed the throne. However, what I can do is get the province from him. If I beat him, if I get the province from him, then I have a chance, right? But I can't get to him because he diplomats me or somehow. Like he distracted me. I forget why, but I didn't think it was going to be an issue. So, I mean, I try. I move here to capture this, to block off his retreat, and then out of desperation, I cloud trapeze a whole bunch of my mages into here. Now, you don't see them because you don't see it with Y, but here's they're scattered all over the place, but here's the scripts. Here, let's see if we can... I'll show you these guys. So he's got a ton of sacreds, right? So my only chance is, like, maybe I get his commanders with some lucky, like, air elementals or lightning bolts or something like that, right? There's not much I can do here, right? This is a desperate move. So I've got these guys and maybe a few more. Yeah, here. Yeah, I have Thunder Strikes. So I'm, hoping that I can distract him with some air elementals, some other elementals, have a bunch of ethereal going off, enough to get some lucky Thunder Strikes that can kill his commanders. And so this magic, here's the plan. It's crazy, but here's the plan. So magic combat happens first. All right? So the spells get cast. These guys all end up here. A fight happens. Afterwards, regular movement and fights happen. Okay? So the only hope I have is I kill all the commanders. All right? With the Thunder Strikes. And then this guy comes and sneaks and attacks, and he has no commanders, and he routs, and I win. All right? That was the plan. Now, this is insane, right? I'm suiciding these mages in, but I don't have a choice because he might win next turn. Maybe he can't win because maybe he doesn't have a prophet, or maybe he can't win because this is just a 1-point throne, but I don't know that. All right? So that is... This is the, let's look at this. This is the fall. Okay, now we saw earlier I had the late fall, so let's load that up. All right, so we're looking for late fall, and I saw it before, but I forget which file name it was. Let's look in. Is 30 the one we were just in? Sorry, this is so disorganized. No, well, yes, it was. So let's load 31. No, that's early winter. I did see late fall, so 29, and then we'll try 32 after. Yeah, late fall. Okay. Cloud trapeze, cloud trapeze, cloud trapeze. Blah, that's fine. Say that 8 times fast. Seeking Arrow. Here's the battle. All right. Now, obviously, this is suicide. But let's see if I even have a chance now that I see what's here. So this is just a heavy infantry. This is the PD. He's got one commander here and the prophet here. So first of all, I was correct. He does have the prophet with him. Now, I'd like you to notice, well, this guy is weakened for some reason, but this guy has a chest wound. So the Seeking Arrow, like, it actually hit. It wasn't enough to kill him, but we got him, right? We got him with the Seeking Arrow. He only has 4 hit points left. If only I could kill him. Now, to be fair, I'd have to kill him and him. But, you know, still. This plan was insane anyways. By the way, finally we see what his bless was. He had flaming weapons, which is a totally reasonable bless to take with these guys. All right. But my mistake is I put all these guys together, and so the arrows are just going to kill all of them in the first volley. And they all die. All right. Now, what got off? I don't know if you saw it. Let's show it again. Oh, well, this, obviously it doesn't work, right? But let's look at the battle. What do I get off? Because I do get a Thunderstrike. Yeah, the Thunderstrike. Look how close we got. All right. This is his commander. We actually hit one of the commanders with the Thunderstrike. The other one lands here. And again, remember, of course, my guys are going to die, right? We know that. And then an air elemental or like a phantasmal or something appears here at some point. No, I missed it. Oh, maybe we missed in that fight. But like one of the units, let's see if we can catch it again, because this is like a silly fight. But something flies in over here. Oh, I might be misremembering. Oh well. I thought one of the elementals like appears here and then they all are maybe I'm misremembering. But anyways, so obviously we fail, right? And we lose like 7 mages and a ton of gems, like, but it was our only chance. And then of course, this scout. So, all right. So now why does this scout only fight these guys? Because this gets like double weird, right? So his orders, Tianqi ordered his guys, his army, to attack here. So he got to move first. But what did he have left here? He only had this left. Sorry, let's watch. This is all he had left. All he has left is a weakened commander, right? But of course, this commander is more than a scout can handle, or even this heavy infantry is more than a scout can handle, so we don't win this fight. So, in theory, he has claimed the throne, right? No, he hasn't, because he doesn't claim it because it's the brass throne. It must be, right? If it was the Throne of Life and he claimed it, he would have won. So he doesn't claim it because it's just the brass throne, right? So yeah, so WTF, right? So now I'm like, meanwhile, I'm not showing it to you because this was awful, but like I'm screaming at the rest of the people in Diplo. I'm like, guys, do something, right? Like, if Ulm takes this throne, he stops the victory, right? If Tianqi, if Lemuria stops dicking around with me and does something here, we can stop the win. To be fair, it was my fault because I let him sneak right past me and get here, right? So let's be honest, right? I kind of screwed up too. So the best I can do is obviously I'll claim this behind him, but I have to somehow like Diplo people. I have to stop him from claiming this throne. He only has the prophet here, and that is basically what happens. That is how this game ends. Let me see if I can find, if I actually have the final turn. So we're missing a few turns in here. Well, yes, and I still so a combination of bad things happens, but basically this is I think 2 turns later, right? So he goes here and here, and claims the throne and wins. And Alm did nothing. I don't know. Now I unfortunately ended up staling a couple of turns in here, which is unfortunate. But I had done everything I could to try to stop this win from happening, except actually stopping it from happening, which is, by realizing it was about to happen in the first place. But, that's that. So this game kind of ends abruptly. I'm left feeling like I still had a good game. It was enjoyable, and I really could have gone much longer and could have been winnable. Ulm would have been a big issue. Ironically, yeah, Lemire finally decides to maybe do something, right? But it's too late. He's forwarded his throne, right? Anyways, so that is how the game ends. I'm sorry we kind of ended up rushing through those last few turns. There wasn't much in those turns that hadn't been seen already in terms of the game. I showed you most of the interesting fights. We never do get to see Marigno's god get killed, but you got to see a lot of the fights against Lemuria, so that's nice. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to end this episode because it's about that time to end the episode, and I'm going to record one more episode to wrap up this series, and we're going to go over the graphs and just sort of an overview of how the game went, and I'm recording this way after I played the game, so I've also learned a lot more since then. And so let's do that. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series so far. I hope you've learned from my mistakes so that you don't repeat them as I did. There were many things that I was not able to get done in this game. This is not at all how LA Man would usually play out, but we got confined in a lot of weird situations, and I think it was interesting to see how we were able to get out of them. Anyways, this is stuff that I should cover in the last episode in the wrap-up, so I will do that. So see you guys in the next episode. Take care.